Reflecting on your career to the point you are at now and where you are now, where do you plan to take the future?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I like the way you phrased that too. Where you plan to take the future? You know, I mean, I think part of that is just kind of seeing how people respond to the new music. You know, we just want to keep creating and be the best that we can, and we want to make the show more and more fun, more and more crazy. We want to make the music more and more fun, and just keep going. I mean, we're so thankful that we play music for a living. It's amazing. It really is. And I think that in itself is one of our goals, is always to like never have to get a jobby job, we always call it. Like, but no, I mean, we're big dreamers, you know. We shoot for the heavens. We want to change people's lives. We want them to be like, man, that show was the best day of my life, or that song was like incredible. I listen to it all the time, you know. Like, that stuff just means the world to us, and we don't want to be one of those bands that was like, oh yeah, I remember like those guys. They had like a couple things and I heard about them and stuff, but we want to like be the band that there's a connection with, and it's really been a special experience for us. It's like a lot of these kids that are coming today, you know, they're all like writing me and tweeting me, and they're like, let's go out to eat, and you know, like we'll probably go hang with them and stuff, because there's just we want this band to mean a lot more than just I can't figure out, by the way, how to turn my ringer off on this phone. See?
Keeps going.
Yeah, I push all the button and I think my phone doesn't work that well. But yeah, I think that answers it.
Alright. How does it feel to have your songs make the soundtrack for major films?
Oh man, that was an honor. We were all freaked out when we first saw the trailer for I assume you're referring mostly to The Country Gentleman being on Warrior's Way, which, dude, that was life-changing, man. We just turned on we got this email, because it was like almost a year before that we first heard, like, do you guys want to do this? And we were like, oh yeah, and since we didn't hear forever, we figured it never happened. And we got this email and it was like, check this link out. And we watched it, and the first like 15 seconds or so, I was like, what? Why is someone sending me this link, you know? And then when we heard our song, it was just like, oh my gosh. We all like wrote, there was like an email trail like a mile long of all caps and all exclamation points. It was just like, this is so awesome. And every time I came on, I was like, I was pretty excited, you know. And then we had the Topsy Turvy, which was got to be on the Alice in Wonderland soundtrack, which was really cool too. And I still haven't seen the movie yet, but I've heard it's amazing. I don't know why. I love Tim Burton and I love Johnny Depp, and I haven't even seen it yet. But yeah, we hope it happens more, just because I love movies, and I don't know. There's something kind of magical about that.
As individuals as well as a band, what are your largest aspirations for the next 5 years? Aspirations stuff.
Oh man. Well, we got these animal shirts that we wear, and they kind of like break out of their shirts, you know. Like there's this wolf and like a deer and like a snake. I kind of hope to get a few more of those in the next 5 years.
All right. How do you feel knowing that every day you make a change for the better in someone's life?
That's amazing. Thanks for saying that. I don't know, but you know, some days you doubt that. Some days you're like, oh man, all I did today does it mean anything? You know, but it really, it's incredible. I hope everybody should feel that way. You know, I mean, and everybody does, whether they realize it or not. You make an impact on people's lives, whether it's good or bad, or you know, not that it has to be black and white, but I mean. It's amazing. It truly is, you know, like just because I knew what bands meant to me, or still mean to me, you know. I mean, when I was a kid, and anytime I met anyone who was in like, you know, a shredder or a guitar player that I loved, it was just like a smile for the rest of my life, you know, and a story for the rest of my life, and it's cool. It's an honor. It's kind of humbling, you know. So.
All right. Do you think your Southern upbringing is important to keep evident in your mannerisms as well as lyrics?
Yeah, totally. We're proud of our heritage, you know. I'm probably the least Southern of the guys in the band, but I lived in Atlanta for like 15 years, so got a little ATL in me. But yeah, we're Southern hospitality, man. You got to treat people well. You got to be a gentleman and be chivalrous. And make good food. That's the thing. Southerners know how to cook.
Make good food.
Yeah. Well, I hope we keep playing, because if we don't like run around on stage, we'll be morbidly obese, because we like collard greens and fried chicken, barbecue ribs, and macaroni and cheese.
All right, now I have some like more simple questions.
Sure.
What's your favorite song to play live?
Fever. Yeah, I get to do these weird, like fuzzy synth kind of guitar sounds on them, and use my whammy pedal, and these crazy delays that ping pong everywhere. So I like that one. It's on guitar. It's fun.
Do you ever get nervous before your set?
At Sonosphere, I kind of got nervous. That festival you mentioned in England, because it was like all my heroes were like playing right after it. You know, like Iron Maiden, Rammstein, and Alice Cooper, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And the sound check was like, they're like, you got 5 minutes, you know, and it was like really, really intense. And we had new outfits that day that we'd never worn. I was a little nervous that, you know, they might be constricting or whatever. And so yeah, that day I got kind of nervous because also it was metal, and we're used to playing in front of like, I guess, more like younger crowds than like a whole bunch of 45-year-old dudes with ponytails, which is nothing wrong with that. They're awesome people, but you know, when you see a whole bunch of kids dancing around, it's one thing, and then when you look out in the crowd and the dudes are like, you can't tell if they like it or not, you know, it makes you a little weird. So we were kind of going into it, we're like, I don't know, these guys. And after the show, they were like, oh, you guys were really mean. And we're like, is that good? And they're like, oh, it was great. It was brilliant. And we're like, oh, okay, thanks. So it was cool.
Out of all the places y'all have played, what city has the most interactive crowd?
Oh, I don't know. New Zealand's pretty intense. We go over there and those kids just go bananas. And that's always really fun because we've only done it like twice, but they freak out over there. But I'd say in the States there's a couple little pockets. Minneapolis is obscenely out of control. Those kids are amazing, man. They freak out. And then Ohio has got a lot of really good rock kids. You know, they're ready to party. But everywhere, ATL's great. You know, we're from there, and that's where there's always people know how to dance there, at least, like really dance there. So it's kind of fun to just watch the crowd. Some kids doing the robot or whatever.
Here's a thought-provoking question that I like to ask. I can't even answer it myself. It's really hard. If you could only take 5 albums into the afterlife, what 5 albums would they be?
Oh man, you'd have to be very saintly albums. Just kidding. I don't know. I'd say Rage Against the Machine, Battle of Los Angeles. King's X, Gretchen Goes to Nebraska. I don't know if you know who they are, but if you don't, you should. Go listen to that record. It's life changing. Man, that's tough. I'd probably have to put a Coldplay record in there. Probably Rush of Blood to the Head. What? What's wrong with that? You don't like Coldplay, do you? Dang. We're wearing the same pants, man. Shiny Toy Guns, We Are Pilots. You know that one?
Shiny Toy Guns? Yeah, I've seen them live.
Awesome.
I would have to say 4 Letter Lie for me.
What was that one?
4 Letter Lie. I'd have to throw them in there. 4 Letter Lie.
I don't know that band. Are they awesome?
Yeah, they're old.
Cool. I'll check that out. And then I'd probably have to put like a Van Halen record out there. Probably Van Halen 1. Or maybe, yeah, Van Halen 1.
And is there any upcoming news from people who are trying to share with us?
Sure, there's all kinds of stuff. We're working our booties off on tour right now to finish the record. And then we're going to have this really cool opportunity where we're selling like all kinds of old stuff that we just cleaned out the vault. And it's like all our old merchandise set up, backdrops. People are really pumped about it. We got these old demos that we had never released that we're going to sell. So that, follow our Twitter and Facebook for more details. That'll be soon. And